Hey guys, and welcome to Mars Horizon. Now this is a cheeky little game. When I first looked at this, I was like, nah, it's just another one of these space agency management games. But you know what? If you spend a little bit of time on it, you start to realise there's quite a bit to this game. Let me show you. So let's start a new game. This, for a start, this customise agency feature allows you to do some really cool things and create a lot of replay in the game. Basically, you can customize any of the agencies. So, I mean, you don't have to like play as America. You like pick one and say, okay, I'm gonna be. Let's say I wanted to play as SpaceX. Okay, so I could change the name to like SpaceX, and then I can change my flag to something completely different. And then if you go over here, like you can rename your headquarters and whatever, but it's the traits. This is what's really interesting. You don't have to stick to these traits, so I can get rid of these. Now, what is SpaceX known for? Well, they're known for kind of efficiency and stuff. So you could go down here. You've got 4 points to spend. I could go down here and I could choose all of the efficiency ones, and then maybe I don't know, or economy. That would be good, like economical assembly, right? And you can really structure things kind of exactly the way you want. For example. Let's get out of there. Like, if I was going to play as NASA, right, then you can customize it to really be like NASA. So, for example, bidding war the contractors, no, not really. In fact, that's like really inappropriate. Let's face it, there isn't a lot of competition. I mean, seriously. For the glory. Now, this, achieving the top 3 milestone rank grants double support bonus. That is a good one for NASA. It kind of, like, if you do things really well, you know, then you get loads of support for it. I'm going to ditch Project Mercury, and I'm going to go now. NASA gets loads of funding if they're really pushing the boundaries. So when they were doing the moon mission, right, then they were getting loads of funding, and they were getting the firsts. So I think failure not an option is a good one. Failure not an option. You get a doubled support penalty if you fail missions, right? Because people don't like it when rockets blow up and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, fine, we'll take that. But we can get something like, let's see, if we go down, here we go. Not because it's easy. Support bonus is only granted for first place finishes, right? So if we're not first, nobody's interested. Okay, so we could take that one, for example. And then we could go down, let's see. Research assistance, all science-related building adjacency bonus. Now, that's not the one I'm looking for. Now, space subsidy. Start the game with an extra 2 million in funds. Personally, I think this one's a bit OP at one point, but you know what? Because we've got these penalty ones, we can do it. I might get rid of this one and just go with this. So we only get support bonuses if we finish first in a space race. And there's all kinds of pluses and minuses that you can go for. What else do I want? There's another good one which is kind of tailor-made for setting up NASA. Now, where was it? Certainly wouldn't be efficiency or economy. That's for darn sure. Backup systems. NASA known for like backups upon backups upon backups. So you could maybe throw that one in. So yeah, I think for this first playthrough, we'll definitely go for the glory. We'll definitely take that. So I've got 2 points left. What am I going to go for? I'm going to go for the world. No. Frontier science. Achieving a top 3 milestone rank grants a science bonus. Yeah, I definitely think that would be a good one. It's another 2-pointer. So yeah, I think we'll go for that. 20%. Some of these are really cool. You can really tailor a space agency exactly the way you want. So for Europe, you'd probably go for all the cooperation bonuses, where cooperating with other space agencies gives you loads of bonuses. So you know what? I think we're just going to go with that. So we need to be doing stuff first. Oh, putting the pressure on. All right, that'll do. Let's do that. Okay. Now this is a competitive. Now this is not a Kerbal space program. It's nothing like Kerbal. This is a competitive game against other AI nations, and you're at a high level managing a space agency. And since it's competitive, there's only one way to play it, and that's on the hardest setting. So we're going to do that. I'm going to turn the tutorial off because I know how to play the game. Welcome, Director. The space race has begun. Staying ahead of the pack will require unprecedented feats of engineering and no shortage of daring. Your role is to develop our space program, leading us into orbit and beyond. Keep our agency at the forefront of space science and inspire generations to come with our triumphs. Humans will one day set foot on another planet. Make sure we get there first. Good luck, Director. Thank you very much. Now, this is called Mars Horizon, and it really should have been called like Space Race or something, because this game is not focused on Mars. You can go to all the inner planets, all of the outer planets. There's a hell of a lot to do. The mechanics are relatively straightforward, but there's a nice strategic complexity in, because depending in the order you do things, you can get very, very, very different results. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? We start off with a series of milestone missions. Now, these are the things that we need to finish first in, right? So the first thing we're going to be doing is this test launch. So let's plan the mission. We need to build a vehicle and set a launch date. Okay, well, fine. Now, we start off with a sounding rocket, so we can get this built. It's going to cost us 80k, and there's all kinds of details. Very low launch reliability, because this is a prototype, essentially. So we'll get that going. Build that, please. Hooray! And it's called the Pluritos. Excellent. All right, cool. Now, at the same time, we can be doing research. We've already researched the test launch mission. You start with that. What are we going to research next? Now, typically, because if you play through the tutorials, it kind of guides you to do the artificial satellite next. But I'm going to go a different route, I think. Am I going to? Yeah, I'm going to go a different route. Now, we're going to need to build a small launch pad in order to build, in order to launch our rocket. So we'll get that going first. But then I'm going to diverge from the research and the tutorials and go a different route. I'll show you that in a second. So it's going to take us two months to build this. In the meantime, we can go and look at the base. Now, you've got different buildings that you can build. And you can see them over here. Most buildings you can only build once. We've already got the HQ. We've also got the vehicle hangar. We're building the launch pad. As soon as that gets built, we'll pop that in. And again, even placing buildings, where you place them, because there are adjacency bonuses, becomes quite important. So there's all kinds of little mini games within the game. I like it. So we're done. Nothing else we can do this month. I do like the fact that if you've forgotten something, the game will remind you of it. So if you haven't set research, I'll show you. Like if you haven't set the research, right, it'll tell you set research, and if you just click on it, it'll take you to where you need to be to do what you need to do. I like that. Game's friendly. Okay, let's go to the next month. Cool. Nothing to do. We haven't quite built the small launch pad yet. Go to the next month. Okay, small launch pad research completed. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. And here is our test launch vehicle. Woohoo! The Pluritos. Now, over here, you'll sometimes get added traits, which will make your rocket better or worse. We've got no effect on this one. So, next, launch preparations. Now we've built the rocket. We can't do any training yet. We'll talk about that when we can. All we can do is set the launch date. But we can't, because we haven't got a small launch pad. Oh no! So, let's build one. Let's get out of here. We'll go to base, build, small launch pad is now available. Now, where are we going to put this? Well, see, if I put it next to this, I get a minus 2% bonus on vehicle build time. If I put it next to this one, then I'll get -1 on payload reliability. If I put it next to both, right, you can see you get both. So now that's a penalty, that's a bonus. So depending where exactly you put it, you get penalties or bonuses. That's like kind of that simple. So I'm going to pop this. Well, I'm going to pop this. Now, there are all kind of obstacles. Some of them are very cheap to remove. So if I put this over here, for example, that's going to cost me, if you look right at the bottom, it tells you, clear one obstacle. It's going to cost me an extra 75k to place this. If I wanted to put it here, then it's going to cost 1.5 million. So I don't think we're going to put it there. So I think, where do I want to put this? I might put this I want to get that bonus. So I might put it down there. Yeah, that's where it's going. Hooray. Okay, that's going to take, what, a couple of months? Was it? No, 1 month to build. Hooray. So now we can do some more research. Now, this is where I'm going to divert. Normally, like I say normally, if you follow the tutorial, you'd go for artificial satellite. I'm actually going to do something different. I'm actually going to get the research lab going. Because we can research that and have it building while we're researching the next mission, and we only lose a small amount of time. We should be able to get the mission completed and still finish first, which is the key. Over here we can see our active missions. We're waiting for the small launch pad, so let's get that small launch pad built. Cha-ching! Small launch pad is complete. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. I suppose at this point I should show you this. And show you, this is your monthly income. Now your monthly income is dependent on your funding tier. Basically, the more support you drum up, you get these thumbs up or thumbs down. Depending on how well you do, you drum up more support, and as you move up tiers, you'll get more income coming in. Science is slightly different. Basically, it's down to the buildings that you have generating research, and the missions and the success of the missions generates more science. Hooray! Okay, let's keep going, shall we? Yes. So active missions. Our test launch, we can now actually set a launch date for this. Now, when we've got training available, we'll be able to get more bonuses, but we haven't got training available at the moment, so in which case we might as well just launch this as soon as we possibly can. Now, none of the other nations has scheduled to do this mission yet, so looks like we're going to be first. So just do it as soon as possible. We'll launch in May. Now, there are bonuses and penalties depending on when you launch. Basically, August, September, October. I'm guessing this is like hurricane season down in Florida. So if you try and launch in August, you get minus 20% on your launch reliability. September, you can't launch at all. October, minus 20%, and then we're back to normal. Hooray. Okay. So we will schedule that next month. Boom. Confirm the setup. Launch is approved. We're going next month. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next month, shall we? Can we jump straight there? Yeah, let's do it. All right. The research lab has now been completed. And that takes us into Era 1, the dawn of spaceflight. As rocket technology advances, so does the prospect of exploring beyond the confines of our planet. Yet the public continue to question whether the fledgling agencies can overcome the dangers of spaceflight. This unlocks Moon. So the first era is getting to the Moon. Cool. Awesome. Now, here's our test launch. We're ready to go. Launch the mission. Now, these missions, I mean, you are very much at the mercy of the RNG, the random number generator. And things can go very, very well. Things can go really, really badly. Yeah, and it's luck of the dice. It really is. So now, the weather conditions on the day can either give you positive or negative bonuses. We have 26% launch reliability, which let's face it, is not great. We do have good conditions, which boosts us up 6%. Let's just do it. Let's light the candle on this puppy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And eventually, it'll start. I think the guy who actually presses the button's a bit asleep. Okay, well, we've cleared the tower. Pushing through max Q, and we still seem to be okay. Oh my god! It looks like we've got a successful launch. It didn't explode. Unbelievable. All right. We had a negative. It launched. It succeeded in launching, but we get a negative effect, which in this case is we lose 25% of our mission reward. You get a complete success, then you get the reward, and you can even get positive effects where you get additional bonuses, and you can have a critical failure where you just blow up and you don't succeed at all. But we succeeded in our first mission. Hooray! Now our rocket gains a level with each launch, and that improves our reliability. So we get an extra 15%. So now we're going to be up to 35% if we try and launch again. Hooray! And most importantly, we were first to achieve the milestone, and that means we get now we get the rewards, but because of the traits that we got when we set up our agency, this is all boosted up. I think it's doubled actually. So we get 120 thumbs up support for that'll take us to the next tier straight away, and 250 science for 1 month. Now sometimes you'll get science like just for the next month. Sometimes you'll get science for several months. All right, cool. Oh my god, we completed the first mission. Hooray! And look, everybody else is months away. Now, that disappears very quickly, but if you click down on here, it'll show you again. Look, the Soviets are 6 months away, and they're the fastest. Everybody else is like 7 months away from doing that. All right, that's very cool. Okay, so what on earth are we going to do next then? Well, I got the research center researched. Now, getting the research lab researched is a very good thing. Down here, it unlocks mission training, right? So now, when we plan our missions, we can do some training leading up to the mission, and it'll give us bonuses to our reliability, which is kind of awesome. So we can put this down. Now, the placement of this one, kind of important. Probably the most important, because you can build add-on research buildings, which if you put them adjacent to this will give you an adjacency bonus of plus 10 science per month, which is actually really significant. So now if I was to put this like over here, I could get minus 2% to vehicle costs, minus 3 to payload build cost, which actually are not massive bonuses, right? So I think I might put this, now if I put it over here, it's going to cost me 175k to move stuff, but it gives me loads of places where I can put stuff next to this building. So actually, yeah, I think I'm going to probably pop you in, I could pop it in there, but no, I'm going to pop it in there, I think. That gives me minus 3% to my payload building cost, which is fine. Boom, get in there. All right, next. We need to do our next bit of research. So now, I've only lost 1 month getting that researched, which is awesome. So now we'll go to the missions and we'll get the next mission, which is the artificial satellite. Now all of these missions have the mission itself and the payload that you're going to need to deliver into orbit or to a planet or whatever for that mission. So if we go down here, like animals in space mission, we need this Eden payload, right? So we're going to have to research both of these. Let's get the artificial satellite going. Awesome. It's only going to take in fact, that'll be, yeah, because of the research, the science that we've got coming in next month, this is only going to take a month to do. Woohoo! Awesome, bloomin' sauce. There's nothing else that I want to do, is there? Now, as well as these milestones, you also get requests. Now, once you get a successful test launch, for example, you'll start getting requests to launch that type of mission to actually do things. But we'll talk more about that when it actually happens. Okay, next month. Artificial satellite research complete. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. Okay, what are we going to research next? Obviously, we're going to research the payload because we can't start the mission without the payload. So, get that done. Hooray. Well, we need 368 science to get that done, so it's going to take us a little bit of time, but it'll be fine. The research lab's going to complete in 2 months. We can again take a look at, oh, look at this. Test launch. Guidance test system. Now, it's important to look up here because you'll get different bonuses and potential challenges which increase and decrease your rewards or how long it's going to take and like all kinds of things. And you want to pay careful attention to those because you're doing these missions to succeed, right? You want to get the rewards for succeeding in the mission, and some of them provide challenges that make it very difficult to succeed. And in that case, you know, you just want to like bail, basically. We are. Am I going to try and squeeze this one out? Very, very tempted to squeeze this one out. Am I going to do it? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. So we'll select a vehicle, and we'll just use a sounding vehicle. It's going to take 2 months to build, confirm. Now we can only run one mission at a time. So if I'm doing this mission, I can't be doing the that other mission that we're researching currently. But it's going to take a couple of months to research that anyway. So let's get that going, and we'll just launch that as soon as we possibly can and get back to the next milestone. Milestone mission. Milestone mission. That's what the word. What was I was grasping for? Whew, man. All right. Cool. So that's going to be now. We've only got like 35% reliability, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the artificial satellite was the one. But we need to research the Explorer before we can get that going. So yeah, we'll manage. Now you can, if you build a mission control, you can run more than one mission at the same time. So we want to get to that ASAP. But for now, we'll just crack on with this. Next month, vehicle is ready for construction. Hooray! Your planned mission. Test launch guidance test station has a vehicle ready for construction. Are you sure you want to continue? Oh, go to the active missions, because I didn't actually say build it. Okay, thank you, because I exited rather than building it. And this is what I like. This is what I mean about it being friendly. It tells you when you've missed things, which, like, if you're like me, oh, that's so nice. All right, now let's go to next month. Hooray! Nothing up. Now you can just go to the next event, right? But I kind of like going month by month. We've still got a little way to go to get the Explorer. Research lab is complete. Hooray! And we've got our test launch guidance system test vehicle complete. Launch preparations. Okay, so now training. At the moment, we can only set a focus of science. There are two others. We'll talk about those more when we actually build the stuff that enables it. And basically, for each month that you train, you get plus 5% to your launch reliability, up to a maximum of 25. Cool. Launch date. Now we can't launch in September. We could launch in October, so I guess maybe we launch in November. That'll give us 3 months of training, which will give us a 15% bonus. So yeah, I think we'll do that. That'll get us up to like a 50% chance of it actually working. Go on, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Go for it. Okay. Confirm mission setup. Hooray. Go to the solar system. Now, that does mean, right, that I'm going to have to probably be delayed a month or two before I can get on with this artificial satellite mission, which is a bit of a shame. But hey, it is what it is. So I can't get on with this until the Explorer's research. So let's get that done. Okay, Explorer research is now complete. The problem is, no, I didn't want that. I want new missions, milestones, artificial satellites. But there's no mission slots available, so I'm going to have to be delayed a couple of months. But I think it'll be fine, because none of the other agencies has even planned to launch that yet. So hope that it'll all be good. What do I want to do next? I want to set up some more research. Now, what am I going to research next? I think I'm going to go to buildings. Now, I want to get to mission control. It unlocks an additional mission slot. We want to get to that ASAP. So I think I'm going to do the spacecraft assembly facility. Now, I would love to get to work on the research lab, but this thing takes like 900 science. It takes a while to research. So I think we're going to go spacecraft assembly, then we'll get mission control, and then we'll start thinking about the research lab. But you've got to balance your research between the missions, because we want to get on to doing these missions as soon as we've done this one, and also the vehicles that you need to actually launch rockets to do these missions, because as you go up, you'll need more and more. As you go to more advanced missions, you'll need more and more powerful rockets. So yeah, it's a nice balancing act. I like it. All right. So anything else we want to do? If we go to the base, no, I haven't got anything else to build, have I? No, we've got the research lab in. That is now in place and built. Hooray! Right, next month. Okay, cool. We are researching the spacecraft assembly. All right, next month. Here we go. Oh, now, if we can actually get this thing up, this will be nice. Launch the mission. Here we are at mission control. Ready for the launch of happiness. Oh, isn't that nice? Happiness. Okay. We've got good conditions. Excellent. We get a plus 7% bonus. We've got 42% launch reliability, so it's almost 50-50. So let's do it. Go on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Ignition.
Got liftoff.
Well, we've cleared the tower and it hasn't blown up yet. Max Q is always the dangerous bit. Are we going to get through Max Q? We're through Max Q. Oh my goodness me. No critical failure. No explosions. Well, colour me surprised. Oh my lord. Now, minus 25% to mission reward, but you know what? I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm very, very pleased with that. That will get us a nice chunk of science and cash coming in. So, awesome sauce. And our rocket has leveled up again. Woohoo! Awesome sauce. 80 and 180 science for 1 month. Now, we don't get that bonus from our agency traits because this isn't a milestone mission. So, but still, more approval coming in, more science coming in. That's what it's all about. All right, cool. The Soviet Union have come in second. Well, good for them. What are we researching? Oh yeah, we'll get the spacecraft assembly next turn. The advantage of having this extra cash, as you can see, I've hardly used any of it, right? But I have used a bit of it, right? So this just enables you to do things just like maybe a turn or two faster than you would have been able to do it otherwise. And when it comes to like clearing your base of obstacles, that cash can be extremely useful. So I do think it's a bit OP. I think it should be like 1 point for 1 million and maybe 2 points for 2 million or something like that. Or even like, I think like adding 500,000 should be a point. And maybe 1 million should be 2 points or something. That big cash injection at the beginning does make life a little bit easier. All right, shut up, get on with it. What do I want? We want the artificial satellite mission now. Right, nobody has planned it yet, so let's plan the mission. Or has scheduled the launch, I should say. They may have planned the mission, but they haven't scheduled the launch. Now, the payload. So we're using an Explorer payload, and you can choose different configurations, I guess. You can either go with the standard configuration, or you can choose like the comms. That reduces the payload reliability, but you get improved communication modules. Basically, the communications will be more reliable. You'll see how that works later. You can build a prototype which reduces the build cost, but reduces the payload reliability. It's down to 45% compared to 60% on standard. Or there's this one, which is the one that everybody goes for, because increased power, as you will see when we actually get something into orbit, is the extra power is massive. We go up from 4 power to 6 power. And you'll see that's huge. It's huge. It does increase the cost significantly. It's like 50% more. But damn, it's worth it. Right, let's do it. Select that as the payload. Build it. Hooray! Okay. Anything else that I want to do? If I go to the base. Oh no, we haven't built we haven't researched the assembly yet. Next month. Go. Right, now we've got the facility available. Let's go to the base. We will build. Now this is 100k. Could I have afforded that? Actually, no. See, I'd have had to probably wait a couple of months before I could build this if I hadn't got that initial cash injection. So, where's this going to go? Now, if I put it over here, I can get plus 1% to the payload reliability and minus 2% on vehicle cost. If I put it over here, oh, look at that. Minus 2% on the vehicle cost, minus 2% on the vehicle build time, minus 3% on the payload build cost. These are all good bonuses, but increasing the payload reliability is probably the biggest of those bonuses. So now I could put it over here and get some off the build cost as well. I think I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, that's where that's going. All right, cool. You'll find it's like a complex jigsaw puzzle as you start building your base out. It's pretty cool. We need some research. What are we going to do next? Well, I think pretty obviously we're going to go for mission control. That is the kind of the key building, so that you can be doing milestone projects, but you can also be doing the request missions for to bring in extra science and cash. Very, very important. Okay, so everything's looking good. All right, let's do it. Whoa, budget review for January. So here's our first budget review, and oh, we've done very, very well. We're up to tier 2, and that increases our funding from 63 Up to 63, and then the next tier we'll get like 84k per month. And this kind of rattles up pretty quickly. Okay, our payload for our artificial satellite is complete. Our engineers reports that various payload improvements have reduced our launch vehicle demands, yet media interest in the mission has been lower than anticipated. So our build time is reduced by 25%, but we're going to get 25% less support reward, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. Next, now we're going to have to design the vehicle that's going to carry it into orbit. Well, it's going to be... Oh, you know what? You know what? We're gonna have to research the actual vehicle, which I've completely blubbered forgotten about. Quickly. Well, we're not going to do this. We're going to research vehicle. We're going to research the Vanguard booster. Fortunately, have we got any science? Oh, we haven't got any extra science. This is going to step me back a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, go for it. Okay, we're in the space race. Japan is launching in 6 months, so we have got to get this done quickly. Oh man, let's have a look. Yeah, so we need to get the Vanguard booster and the Viking stage done. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I should have done those before I started doing the last bit of research I did, which was the mission control. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, next month. So we've got 6 months. Now we've got 5 months. Right, the spacecraft assembly facility is complete, which is very nice. The Vanguard research is complete, so that's good. Let's get the Viking. Oh man, are we going to be able to build this and launch this in time? I don't know. We're going to be down to the wire on this one, I think. Let's see. Base. Any new stuff? We've got the space car. Okay, no, we put that in. Oh yeah, that was building it. Okay, good. So that's now built. Okay. Alright. We still need the other parts before we can build it. Go. Oh, Viking. Still not there. Another month is going to be required. Okay, now we've got the Viking. We've got to build this and launch it. I don't know whether we're going to do this in time. Let's find out. So, the artificial satellite. Select the vehicle. We are going to design a new rocket. We'll have an upper stage, which is the Viking, and then we're going to have the booster stage, which is going to be the Vanguard. Okay, and I'm going to save. You know what? I'm going to change the name to I don't know. What am I going to call this? I'm going to call this the Tiny. There we go. Tiny rocket, because they are pretty damn tiny. We'll save that design as the Tiny. Cool, so we can reuse that again if we want to. Also, we'll confirm that's going to cost us 100,000 to build. And build it. It's going to take 1 month to build. Okay, it's quicker than I thought. Alrighty, we need to get some more research going. So now that we've done those, now we can finish off getting the mission control. It does save what research you've done if you switch to another, so that's kind of good. Alright, cool. Next month. Okay, rocket is now built. Launch preparations. Oh, and we got plus 5% to our launch reliability. Now we can, because we've built that second facility, we've now got 2 options. We can either focus on science training, which will increase the science reward, or we can focus on the payload reliability, which will increase the payload reliability. I'm actually going to focus on the science reward for now, I think. Yes, I am. Continue. Alright, so now we set the launch date. Okay, the Japanese are launching next month, so we can tie for first place. So that's assuming the mission works, of course, but we've got 63% chance. We've got the plus 5% launch reliability, so yeah, we might be able to do this. Select the date. Oh, confirm the mission setup. Launch approved. Japan is launching next month, but so are we. Are we going to get there? Are we going to do this? Let's find out. Alright. Launch the mission. Please work. This is the one that I need to work, and this is the one that's going to blow up. You just watch. This is the launch of Tiny. And it does look pretty bloody tiny, doesn't it? Come on, rocket. You can do this. We've only got 7% chance of a complete critical failure. So, God, we're going to be unlucky if this blows up. Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Light it up. Okay, well, it didn't blow up on the launch pad. We have cleared the tower. Everything looking nominal at the moment. Oh, we've cleared Max Q. Oh, we have a successful launch. That's 3 successful. Nothing's blown up yet. Oh, my Lord, look at that. Oh, we get +1 command on the first turn of our first task, which we will see now. Oh, I'm so pleased because I can show you this. So, once you get one of these things up there, and we now get a boost to the levels and reliability of our Vanguard and Viking, which is blooming great. You move into the next phase, which is actually getting this thing into orbit. Now, in order to get this into orbit, we need to get a certain amount of resources. We need 2 comms resources, and we need 2 data resources, and then the thing will be into orbit. But if you look at the bottom, you can see there's a bonus objective on this one. If we can get 3 comms and 3 data, then we will get a bonus. Right, well, let's do it. So how does this work? Well, basically, you have 4 turns to get this into orbit, right? And it's basically a bunch of ins and outs. Now, your ins can be either power or data or comms. Now, at the moment, we have got no comms. We've got no data. The only thing we've got is power. So normally you get 2 tasks per turn. We got the bonus, so we've got a 3rd turn. Now you can see why having the extra power is going to be very, very useful. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a comms. So I'm going to put in 1 power and I will get a comms. Then I'm going to take that comms with an extra power and I'm going to do an atmospheric sampling. That will get me 3 data resources. Then I'm going to do a power plus data, and that's going to get me, so that will use up 1 of my data, but it will get me 3 comms. So I should end up at the end of this with 3 comms and 2 data. And I only need 3 and 3, and that's in the first turn, and I've got 4 turns. So this could potentially be going very well, but it's not quite as easy as that. This is where the reliability of your payload comes in. We'll confirm that. Now you can reset this, so you can plan out what you want to do, figure it out, and then when you're happy with it, confirm it. So here we go. Now, okay, we have not met the reliability. This first command has failed, but you can resist that failure by using power. See, this is where all that extra power is needed. So I basically, the comms is reduced by 1. So because I'm only producing 1, I would just get nothing from this. Well, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to resist this. So it's going to cost me an extra power. Boom. And now it succeeds and we generate 1 comms. Hooray. So now we've got the comms to put into the next one. And the next one fails as well. Of course it does. But it's okay, because we're going to resist this one as well. Now, here, the command's output will be reduced by 1, so we're down to 2 instead of getting 3. But I'm going to resist it so that we get the full 3. Now, I am using power, but it's okay, because I've got power to use. And this one, oh my goodness, this one actually succeeds. And there was much rejoicing. All right, cool. Accept. Boom, boom, boom. So we just need 1 more data and we are done. Now, the thing is, we've only got 1 power left. Okay. If I was to just do this one, then I would get the data I need. But if I fail, I'm kind of screwed because I wouldn't have any power to be able to resist the failure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sneaky. I'm first going to do a recharge power, right? That's going to give me 1 extra power. And then I'm going to do a visual data collection. But confirm the commands. We'll see if this works. Okay, so I recharge, so I had a power. Am I going to get that? I didn't need it. I didn't need that extra 0.1 power. We succeeded. That gives me 3 and 3. And as soon as you hit the bonus requirements, everybody stands up and starts cheering because we've completed the mission. Oh, milestone achieved, and we are first. Now, being equal first is fine. I still get the boost from my trait. Look at that. 195 support, 372 science coming in for the next 2 months. And that is not a bad start. Now, there is still a whole hell of a lot to come, so I really hope that you're enjoying this and you want me to play more. If you do, maybe hit the like button, maybe leave me a comment and let me know. And, well, I am definitely going to play more, so I'm going to be coming back for the next episode. I hope I will catch you for that. Peace out.